Can it be? Do my ears deceive me? Sound like Big Ren the Legendary.
Yeah. Out early.
My word. My goodness. Good heavens.
Good fucking heavens.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, not a lot. Not shit, really. Just got off work. Well, they let me out early, you know.
Let you off the clock.
Yeah, I got out early. It was dead. So, shit, man. I've been home for maybe 30, 40 minutes. Haven't done nothing.
That parole.
Washed my ass. That was about it. True.
Every ass needs a good washing.
Yeah, clean my ass.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a rather personal question. I feel like the people need to know.
Yeah.
That's where this is going. Because I'm in this hotel, right? For as I mentioned on the last episode, got a new gig, so they got me holed up in this hotel training, and I'm a body wash guy, right? But I left my body wash in my car the night before, and I didn't realize till the morning I wasn't about to go out in them cold temperatures for no body wash. They provided some soap. I'm not a bar soap guy. I'm a body wash guy. I got sensitive skin. I prefer body wash. This bar of soap, I noticed. Now it was a new bar of soap because they not crazy, but it had like these how do I even describe them? Like ridges.
Sediment?
You said what?
Some sediment?
No. It was a new bar, clean bar. But it had like these, like, I don't want to say bumps, because that makes it sound wild. But like they had like these raised up edges that like, what I believe are to maybe like massage the skin as you rub the soap on your body. Now, some of our listeners will be like, rub the soap on your body? What the fuck are you talking about? Exactly. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I want to ask you, Big Ren, because I also remember season 1 of Chappelle's Show? They did Trading Spouses.
Yep.
And Leonard Washington.
That's what I was laughing about.
Leonard Washington traded.
Well, one bar soap in the house.
One bar soap in the house. Pooping hairs all over the soap. What if I want to wash my face or my feet?
Get a washcloth.
Get a washcloth. Big Ren, you use washcloths, dog?
Alright, here, I don't use washcloth, but...
Oh, man.
But... No, see, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got, like, this fucking... I buy this soap. I buy my shit online.
Oh, shit. Where is this going?
And, like, it's a straight up, it's called, like, big ass bar of soap, and it's like...
Boy, I got this big ass bar of soap.
It's straight up. It's like 4 times the size of like any regular bar of soap.
Oh my god! Okay.
And it comes with this loofah that you can shove the bar of soap in.
Oh.
So it's my own personal deal, but like I just chop pieces off this big ass bar of soap because if you put the whole thing in it, it doesn't lather rough really that well.
Gotcha.
Like, you gotta chunk it off, you know.
Gotcha.
So I kind of use a warshrag.
But you do use the complimentary loofah that comes with it.
Yes.
You're not.
And
just,
I mean, and if I didn't have that, I would use a rag.
You're not just rubbing bars of soap on your body.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, those ridges. You know, those ridges are for cleaning the inside of your ass cheeks.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm not even sick. I ain't coughed in a week, but that just brought something out of me. So you know what ridges I'm talking about?
Yeah. Those aren't for like your arms and shit. That's for the unit. That's for the unit in the front and the cheeks in the back.
Oh my god. The unit in the front and the cheeks in the back. When I do the when I do the show preview, when we post this online, that might actually be a chapter. The unit in the front and the cheeks in the back. God damn. So it's not to massage your skin.
No,
No, that's crazy.
I don't know who the fuck thought that.
Bro, I don't know. And see,
They're wild.
It was a foreign concept to me because I use wash rags.
Yeah.
Even with my body wash.
I know some people that don't.
I'm sure.
I mean, like, if I'm staying in somebody else's crib and I forgot all my shit and I forgot to get a washcloth, I'm just gonna fucking go all savage with it and fucking just spray some body wash all over me and just get after it. My hands.
You know what? I don't know, front. At least if I feel like the body wash with the hands is more forgivable than the bar soap.
Yeah, my hands.
I still, yeah. I mean, it's your hand. You're still not like scrubbing the filth off your back. You at least you kind of rubbing it around in your back. But it's better with the body wash. It's still a personalized experience versus who's ever all the bodies that's been on that one bar soap that ain't using no cloths and no loofahs.
That's some shit to think about, isn't it? How many bodies and how many front units and that bar?
How many front units and cheeks been on that bar? That shit. Put the bar soap back, a little bubbles bubbling off the top of them. Shit is brown the next day. Like what the?
And yeah, most of the bars are soap. I've never seen like a black bar of soap. Like the first bar, that big ass bar of soap I got, it was black.
Those are the best kinds. Those are the best kinds. Those are the best for your skin. And
yeah, but like then if you got like a white shower, like walls,
and
you
okay.
That soap, that shit's gonna go over the fucking place, and you gotta wash the shower after you wash yourself.
I hear you. What is going on, man? What a time. Big Ren, how you feeling, man? You good out here, bro?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm fucking.
Yeah, man.
Weather's fucking gonna warm up tomorrow, about 51.
Really?
You know what I'm doing? I'm wearing shorts.
The cutoffs are coming back.
Well, I gotta work, so I'm wearing my gym shorts, but
units everywhere.
Units everywhere, yeah. I mean, I'm just a big old unit, you know? That's just what it is.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. How do you transition from that, man? I told you I was really looking forward to recording this podcast. For the show, of course, we're going to get to the whole Elimination Chamber show. But just period, man. I feel like we're about to have a really good show.
Yeah. How you been, man? What's been good?
Oh, well, hell, man. Hell, bud.
Hell, buddy.
Hell. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm doing the training now. They got me in this extended stay suite. It's kind of fun. It's like a little mini apartment. I'm about to ask them how much rent is.
Shit.
Yeah, man. A little, you know. It ain't that I've never seen nice things, but you know, I've not stayed in a hotel for a week, so I don't be getting like those kind of suites. So I walk in, I see the kitchenette and the living room, and then there's a TV in the living room. I go to the bedroom. There's 2 big ass beds and a TV in there, and this dope ass bathroom. I'm like, okay, how much is rent in this motherfucker? So I'm enjoying myself, man. I'm good, man. I'm just acclimating to the new chapter. I'm trying to get after it, man, and stay focused, stay composed. So I'm trying to keep these vibes up, man. It's potential to be a stressful time, but you know me, man. I try to keep my head, try to keep my wits, man, because when I lose it, I lose it. So, but I earn it when I lose it. So,
I don't know if I've ever seen you lose it. I don't know. It's probably a good thing. It's
a rare thing, man. No, high key, like, so I'm a Gemini, you know, and I don't necessarily believe in all the astrology stuff. I don't not believe it though. I'm not a big like astrology face guy, but like my sister is, and I've got friends who are, and sis especially be like, yo, you are such a Gemini. Like in just the purest fashion of the form. I'm not me. I'm a give what you get kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, if I do lose it, please believe you earned it. Like, please believe you earned it. Like, I'm not a fly off the handle type dude. But I don't easily apologize when I do fly off the handle because, like I said, you earned it. I don't know. I'm about the vibe. That's what the kids say, right? You know the vibes.
The vibes? Vibes. I hear about them vibes every once in a while.
That's what the kids be saying. So, I don't know, man. But no, like I said, I was really looking forward to this podcast. I feel like before we go forward, we got to address the past. Now I always get, especially like lately, the more we've been getting more and more listening, I always get feedback on what we do. However, dog, boy, they wanted to talk to the manager like a motherfucker, man. So I mean, what we do here, this is the hard camera, right? And on the surface, it is a WWE podcast on the surface. But we always take time to, A, compare this art form to life. And also, as we start now, we start off just talking about our lives, right? The hard camera itself, for those not in the know, the hard camera, let's say you're watching Monday Night Raw, and that main camera angle that you're watching the match from, that is from the hard camera. So we took the title of this podcast from that term, but also it's a play on words in the sense of what we like to talk about, what the aim of the show is. It is a hard look. It's a hard camera, a hard look at the art form, hard look at this life, right? So with that is going to come conversations that may make some uncomfortable. It may offend some. You may have an opinion. People may have an opinion. If you intend to offend, you're corny. I don't give a fuck. You're corny.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's something completely different, though, to have a genuine point, to have a genuine idea and a genuine discussion and know that it could offend versus offending on purpose. So to bring it all around and bring the perspective, those who haven't listened to the last episode of the podcast, we started out talking about, well, first we started talking about, kind of the idea of bettering ourselves, transitions, and just being better. And then I transitioned to the idea of love versus commitment. And to catch it up, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach it. But to catch it up, what I said on the last podcast is that love and commitment can go hand in hand, but they don't necessarily go hand in hand. That I feel like people are more concerned and consumed with and by the idea of being able to say that they are committed. They are in a commitment. I'm committed. No hookups. No FWB. No ONS. Swipe left. I feel like people are more concerned with the idea of being committed versus making sure, knowing and understanding if they are loving and being loved properly. Because, and to go a little bit deeper, I didn't go this deep before, love itself is a verb. To love, it is a verb. I'm going to be dead ass honest. I don't know what it means to be in love with someone. I've said I love you, but I mean it in the sense that I've never said I'm in love with you. I told people I love them because I love them. I don't know what it means to be in love with someone, but love is a verb. Love is easy. Loving is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
If you cook with someone, you cook for someone, that is an act of love. If you and any kind of love, platonic or romantic love is love, right? If we sit and have a conversation where we express our vulnerabilities, our innermost thoughts, what have you, you are receiving love, But also, if you receive it properly, you're also giving love back, right? So, to love is a verb. So, the last episode, I spoke about commitment and being nervous of the idea. I want to stress that I didn't, and I'll go back. Maybe I did, but with the clarity that I have now of what I said and how it affects. Maybe at that time I said I didn't want the commitment, but my overall idea is being nervous of the idea of commitment because, and this is what I said, who wants to be around who wants to see these people every day, right? Every day.
365.
365 days. Like, go somewhere, right? That's what I said. And the exact statement that inspired the conversation I'm going to go into was when I said my biggest fear about commitment is I just don't want to be annoyed. And me and you laughed with our whole chest, with our whole bodies. We laughed for like 22 minutes. And we just laughed. Now, I got feedback from a lot of people, right? I got feedback from women who were like, yes, king, edges, snatch my edges. Like, they agreed with me, right? They agreed with us. I dug us a hole. Bro, I made you whack by association. That's the worst kind of whack. Because you was there. Bad. You didn't even say it, but you laughed and you was there, so I made you whack by association. I'm sorry.
No biggie.
But, no biggie. Now, like I said, there were a lot of women who were like, yes, king, snatch my edges, like, whatever. They agreed. Now, apparently, we pissed off every other woman in the world. Every other woman in the world. I got a phone call. They said
they actually hit your line.
They hit my line. I got a phone call, and they said, "Hey, this is the representative for every other woman in the world, and God damn it, I want to talk to the manager." I said, "I am the manager. What's up?" And they said, "I had a little problem with your podcast, bud." Bud. Mister. The specific part about when I said I just don't want to be annoyed really rubbed some feathers, dog.
I feel like.
Well,
I feel like. I don't know.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You feel like what?
No, I mean like, I don't know, man.
Let me go. Let me keep going. Because there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the representative of the EOWTW, every other woman, the EOWITW, every other woman in the world, she was listening with a group of her friends, a group of intelligent, capable women. And I said, okay. I said, "Are your friends married?" She said, "Yeah." "Do your friends, do they get annoyed with their husbands?" Yeah. I said, "So in order for you to know that means that you have those conversations." And she says, "But we don't want to hear it out loud."
That's what it's always about.
And the thing is, bro, I got a little tight. Like, I got a little tight hearing that. Like, I was like, nah, fuck that. Those are the conversations that we need to have in the open.
Yeah.
Like, the behind closed doors things with your closest people, that's one thing, that's dope. But, nah, you have to have those conversations to have that understanding, right? So, in essence, they agreed. They agreed. But didn't want to hear it in the open. So I'm like, okay, something's still not right here. So I had to dig a little deeper. And it's when I came to the conclusion that there are two theories that I have in this life. They kind of tie together, but the first one is that we want what we want, but we only want it from where we want it. Right?
Bingo.
Like you jump on Facebook, you see the cute girl. She's like, oh my God, I want a guy who does this and this and this and this and that. And then like the corny dude hops in the comments is like, well, I got a big old box of what you want and what you need here. Take it from me. And she's like, nigga, you smell like French fries. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it don't connect. It don't connect.
No.
Because she wants what she wants, but it's only from where she wants it. And then my second theory is that it's my theory was always it's not so much what you say, but it's how you say it. But I had to expand upon that. It's not so much what you say or how you say it. Sometimes it's a matter of who says it.
Yeah.
So
that's weird, isn't it?
It is. It can be. It is. And so the problem was for them, the group of capable, intelligent, progressive, forward-thinking, intelligent, capable women. Me and you came off as two big old burly masculine men at the boys club with our cigars and our brown liquors, just
Give
making
me a beer,
fun.
go to Normie.
Yeah, right. Just making fun of women is how it came off to them, right? It doesn't matter. It don't matter that they actually agreed. It doesn't even matter that I didn't specify men or women. It matters that we were two men that two big burly masculine men laughing about that. If we were two women, or if we were two gay men who said the exact same thing, again, even though we didn't specify men or women being annoying, if we were two women or two gay men, it would have came off. Right, and they would have laughed a lot harder. It would have came off as easier for them to digest.
Well, now that hurts my feelings.
Bruh, as big and as strapping and as masculine as we are, we mad sensitive.
Sensitive as fuck.
Sensitive as fuck, bro. But indeed, so it didn't matter that we didn't specify. We were two big burly men, and the logic didn't matter. It was a matter of how we identified. What it comes down to is and it's a thing. It's a people thing, right? People as a whole. People in general, we judge ourselves by our intentions, but we judge others by their actions, right? So when people do something to you and they say, well, I didn't mean to do it, like that's a justifiable thing. That is a genuine response, and it's something to take into mind. It's up to you to decide how much it matters and how much it counts, how much it may make up for whatever the action was. But I didn't mean to do it is a true, genuine response because we judge ourselves by our intentions and others by our action. Now, it's lazy thinking because we need to judge ourselves on both, but we can only save so much of the world at one time. So, again, it's a genuine thing. My intention delivering that line was to foster discussion and to get a relatable laugh, right? We laughed. Say that again?
Then we kind of did, didn't we? I mean...
And that's exactly what we did. However, we got a relatable laugh. Me and you laughed for 22 minutes. I fostered some great discussion outside of it. However, while the mission was accomplished, there was a little bit of a casualty in there only based on how we identify.
Stuff like that happens a lot, though, too.
It does.
You don't even think about it, but it does. You know.
I would have never, and it's, you know, we get on these microphones and we put our thoughts out to the internet, to the world. We're on a public forum. Again, there was no malicious intent. The intent was what it was. But again, sometimes how you shoot something may not be how it landed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can take one route and be like, oh, these people are just being sensitive. But that's not fair to them to say to us, oh, you're just being sensitive. So
that's just like them saying to us that we're fucking assholes.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. So I can understand and sympathize with the fact that, I mean, this is the world we live in, man, where, and actually now, this is our third episode in a row at least where we've talked about the sensitivities of women. This is the world we live in where they are marginalized, and so I completely understand how they felt that way, that we were coming off a certain way. So I asked if I was like, well, hold on. And I wasn't trying to deny it. I wasn't trying to justify or defend myself. I was like, well, did you listen to the part where I talked about my booty and women's rights and the sensitivities of a woman in gym class? No, I didn't get that far. Oh, you didn't get that far? Oh, huh. You didn't get that far.
I'm going to let you go back and listen to that shit.
No doubt. So I'm very thankful for the discussion I was able to have, just based on what I thought was a universal truth, which actually was a universal truth, something that the masses agreed with. However, just like I said, based on how we identified, it may have come off a certain way. By no means, and I'm stubborn with my apologies, by no means is it necessarily an apology, because the mission was accomplished. Foster discussion and get a laugh. However, it just opened my eyes to the stakes. It opened my eyes to the stakes.
They are big.
They high out here, dog. They high, man. So, salute. I hope they heard this part. The group of capable, intelligent, progressive thinking women out here.
It's better that we started this off at the beginning.
Yeah, had to address it. Had to address it first, man. Had to address it first. Because I feel like I got another story to tell, but I want to see. I don't know how to transition. Because I've already asked you what's new. You know, you kind of, like I said, I was looking forward to this episode, man.
Oh yeah, no, I am too. I don't know about the pay-per-views. As of right now, pay-per-view, I don't know, but I was looking forward to the show.
But we've got, this is the path we've taken, and we do this for a reason. Especially this part of the show, we do it for a reason. To make the show a lot more palatable for people who may not be fans, but to also, they tie together to what we end up talking about as far as the what's on the marquee. But anyway, man, so I've told you about DoorDash, right?
Yeah.
So for those not to know, DoorDash is basically, it's millennial money. You get paid to pick up orders, drop off orders. So in some of my spare time, man, to make some spare dough, I'll do some DoorDashing. So this was about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago, maybe not even a full week. I went DoorDashing and I was doing my thing. And I did one last order. I dropped off some Chipotle at a hospital, an emergency room of a hospital. Now, during the drop-off, you can contact and be contacted by the person you're doing the order for. Now, they disguise the numbers. So you can contact them, but you don't get their direct number, and they don't get your direct number. They disguise them. So I did the order, and I leave. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna turn it in for the night, man. I'm calling in one. So I go and I get something to eat. I get a text message from the order I just dropped off, they say, "Are you married?"
Huh.
I said, "No." Like, if you could read a text message, I said it with 4 O's and a question mark. No. Now, they say, "Are you single / interested?" I say, "In whom?" Whom? Whom? I say, "In whom?" They say, "Me, LOL." Now,
Just like that.
Just like that. Now, you have the names of each person that you delivered to. So I'm gonna change the name to protect the innocent. But they say, so I said, "In whom?" They say, "Me, LOL." I say, ... Steven? They say, "Yes, LOL." I say, "Nah, homie, it's all, nah, homie, thank you, though. I appreciate it, man. You got good taste. I'm good, though." Now, this whole time, I'm on the phone with my cousin. I'm only texting in red lights, but I pull up to Popeyes and I order some strips and some fries. And when's the last time you've been to Popeyes?
Shit. Like, at least like 3 years ago when I was in Springfield for a wedding.
But you're familiar with the Popeyes. So if you get the strips, you get fries, whatever, you get one dipping sauce, right?
Yeah, I think that is, yeah, one fucking little cup.
And you can order more, but it costs more. But every time I get the strips, I always order the same dipping sauce. Every time, right? Now keep in mind, I'm on the phone with my cousin. I'm telling him what's going on. This flattering text exchange I just got. Now I order the same dipping sauce every time. You know what sauce I always get?
I don't know what sauces they got.
Sweet heat.
That's what that dude was thinking about you.
That's what he was offering me. I said sweet heat, and my cousin busts up laughing, man. Let me eat the sweet heat. I'm like, oh yeah, oh perfect. Yup. I knew it. I'm sure I'm gonna get a call. About this story. I'm gonna take it there. It's whatever. There was one time on social media. This is not the first time that this has happened to me. not via that way, but like there was one time on social media, Facebook, a few years back. It was like a week straight that I was getting like friend requests and messages from like an abundance of gay men. Like
they wanted what you got.
They wanted to see what's up with my sweet heat. I got a lot of messages requesting my time, requesting my social medias. Uvu, I've never used Uvu. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think it's another form of social media, but yeah, man. I'm hot out here, man. I'm wanted, dog. I got the sweet heat, man. I guess. You ever been to a gay club?
I don't think I have. I can't say that I have.
No.
if I was, I didn't know it was a gay.
Yeah.
I usually, I mean, the bars I go to, if I do go out, and they ain't often, but they're normally not the. I don't know. I mean, I guess gay type bars. I don't know.
You like rough environments.
I guess you could say that. Sketchy doesn't bother me really that much. I don't
know. Yeah. I've been to 2 gay bars. I've been to 2. I went one time in Carbondale. There's one in Carbondale. Actually, I fake remember the name, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. We went there. Me and a group of.
It was on Main, wasn't it?
It was Yep.
Yeah,
Main Street.
I remember where it was.
And plus, they didn't cut the check, so I'm not gonna say their name. But I went and a group of my guys. We ordered hors d'oeuvres. We ordered herb d'oeuvres. It was a cool experience, man. Clean, well lit. The drinks were phenomenal. This was probably
sweet.
Yeah. This was 8 years ago. Had to have been 8 years ago at least. My second experience was when I moved a little bit closer back to the hometown. So my roommate at the time, a few years younger than me, he was on the gymnastics team. Straight male, but he has a lot of gay teammates. And so every year what they would do, the gymnastics team would like rent out a portion of a bar for New Year's Eve every year. And so this year I lived with homie. We got really tight. I got really cool with a lot of his teammates. So they were like, yeah, come out with us. I'm like, cool. So they picked a bar, but the bar that they were going to choose, for some reason they decided not to go. So my guy was like, hey, we're going to so-and-so bar. I'm like, yeah, cool. I ain't never been. I'm with it. So-and-so bar. And I Googled it. I was like, yeah, just see what's up with this place. And I was like, hey, bro. And I hate having to qualify statements. Like when we criticize something, we always be like, well, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm just, but
I am, but.
And the thing is,
like,
it was like,
I don't mean disrespect, but
yeah, and I totally did, but I told Tom, I was like, and now, bro, I'm completely cool with this. I'm just wondering, is so and so a gay bar? He goes, yeah, that's where they want to go. I'm like, okay, cool, fuck it. I'm not sure what it was in me that I wanted to know first. Maybe I just wanted to know where I was going first. But it's hard to ask. It's hard to ask certain questions without sounding like a fucking asshole, for lack of a better term. I tell you this, I had a good fucking time at that bar. Had a good fucking time. Man, I went there, man, me, the squad, you know what I'm saying? So it's a thing, man. So the gay men who are there, right? they know you're not gay. Like, they know.
Yeah.
So either A, they might try you anyway. B, they might put you on to some of the women there. Or C, they might do both. I definitely experienced C that night. It was definitely a C type night. And again, to even tie it back more to the sensibilities and sensitivities of a woman, if you've ever wondered why, if you're a dickhead and you've ever wondered why women are nervous around dudes hitting on them so much, like, be a homophobic dude at a gay bar. Like, you're around a bunch of people you don't want, and they want to talk to you like that, and they may or may not be respectful. They want to talk to you like that. They want to talk to you crazy, or they want to talk to you. You kind of get a small idea of what it's like to be wanted in the way that women are generally wanted.
Somebody talking to you crazy?
No, not crazy. I'm not even sure why I said crazy, but like I said, it was a C type night. I was, yeah, it was a C type night. I was tried. I was also introduced to great people. So yeah. And then on the flip side of it, the woman contingent there, the straight woman contingent, they are a lot more receptive. Now, when I say receptive, if you remember back in the college days, you go to certain bars and dudes want to try to dance on the women there, and sometimes they may just shut that shit down, like, nah, beat it, homie.
Yeah.
Women were a lot more receptive. Not that I was out there just trying to get on, but I mean, they were more receptive to conversations, more receptive to dancing, more receptive. Maybe they felt like, oh, look at this progressive, intelligent, big, burly, masculine, heterosexual male at this homosexual establishment. Clearly, he's comfortable. Clearly, he's not just some jerk. I might be putting myself on too high of a shelf there. But there was only one bad thing that happened that night. My suit jacket got stolen, man. Love that jacket, man. I put it in a spot. Nobody was on this part of the club. Went back, man.
Somebody
my suit
was.
Yeah, right. Right. My suit jacket got stolen. Somebody was lurking. Had to walk home in the cold, man. I ain't had my jacket. So the moral of the story is gay people steal too. Oh, Big Ren. Oh, man, they're going to want to talk to the manager. We are 42 minutes in. I want to thank everybody for pressing play on episode 28 of The Hard Camera. I am your guy, Juve, J-U-V, just under your visual. I'm sitting here with the boy, Big Ren, the legendary, and together we are Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Big Ren, let them know how they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
All right, what's up? Yeah, you can find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316. You can find me on Twitter at King Moff. You can also find me on Instagram at @motherfucker.
Hey, motherfucker. Check me out on Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check me out on the Instagrams at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check out our crack Twitter staff at Mixcloud Juvie. They'll give you the live coverage, the witty witticisms, the what have you, the whatnot, and the heretofore. Check out Facebook.com/Juve, where you get a little bit of everything, articles that I might be into, music, whatnot. And sound the horns. Check out the entire archive of The Hard Camera on YouTube.
It's new.
YouTube.com, the Juvie Desayuno channel. Every episode of The Hard Camera you can find on the YouTube. I will be expanding, adding in old episodes of the archive. But yeah, man, all of our endeavors, everything we've said is now on a bigger platform, the YouTube channel, and eventually, that'll expand the brand, man. For the brand, I'm sure we'll eventually try to get up some hidden content type stuff, man. Try to expand who we are, depending on how mysterious I want to be online, depending on how out there you want to be online. So it's another platform to, yeah, you're a charming dude, man. You're a charming dude, bro.
Hell,
You got see.
How many hours do you think we got on there on YouTube? We got like 60, almost 60 fucking hours probably.
Oh, easily. This is episode 28, so the first 27 episodes are up there. The last 2 episodes were over 5 hours just between the two, so absolutely.
We got 60 hours of us talking out there.
Absolutely, man. You cleaning the crib, go head over to the YouTube channel. You got a long commute, hit the YouTube channel. You cooking breakfast on a Sunday morning, hit the YouTube channel. The entire archive of The Hard Camera is on there. Tell a friend. Tell a loved one.
Tell them all. Tell your
Tell 'em
grandma.
all. Hey, tell her. Tell her.
She better.
Tell her. Tell
I
her.
already told mine.
Hey, there we go. There we go, man. Oh, dog. We 45 minutes in, an incredible 45 minutes. We have got the Elimination Chamber. We are flush in the middle of the road to WrestleMania sign-pointing season. Coming up this weekend, we've got the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. How you feel about it on paper, man? Tell me what you're thinking.
Dude, like, I'm not very excited about this one at all.
Oh, no.
No. There's just been, like, I mean, yeah, we say it all the fucking time, but, like, I don't know if I've ever seen anything with less of a build.
Okay.
This, and it sucks for me to even say that, because I love this shit, but...
Yeah.
I mean, the past couple weeks of Raw has felt like a chore to even watch, and I really hate saying that, but it's true. And I mean, like, fuck, dude, like, I mean, Drew McIntyre don't have a fucking match. I mean, like, I don't know, like, nothing's really been going on. I don't think, at least. I don't know.
It seemed a little. The card did seem a little incomplete, even though the card was complete. It just seemed a little incomplete. Heading up to where we are now. I understand.
Well, what do you think, man? How you feel about it?
As you know, man, I'm not an easily excitable guy. The show is coming up, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel. You asked me, and I'm at like a 5 or a 6 as far as like looking forward to it.
What did I tell you? It's like a 3.
Yeah, you did say a 3. You said you're at a 3. I do believe, toward the end of this night, by the time we're done, that we'll be closer to at least an 8. We'll be close to an 8 by the time we're done.
That's how it normally works.
Yeah, it's how it normally works. I'm rolling, man. I'm rolling. Before we get to that, we had this past Raw. I got a question to ask because I'm just not sure when I'd be able to fit it in as far as the card goes. So we had this Raw and everything else that was applicable on Raw. We'll get to in the this preview. Him not being on this pay-per-view, I wasn't sure where to go next. Is Dean Ambrose like a babyface now? Like after all that? So like after all that, is he a babyface now?
I have no fucking idea. Like, it kind of like, I mean, it seemed like it was unscripted, kind of like he just I don't know, man. It's, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're giving. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for them to give him free reign of what he wants to do whenever he's still under contract.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So I mean, it was all pointless.
You said it was pointless?
I mean, like him turning and everything. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of pointless stuff that's happened in the past like 6 months.
Yeah,
that should have meant more.
The whole even in the match with EC3 was clearly the heel, and Dean Ambrose was kind of working like an edgy babyface. So I don't know.
And then like, what happened with the whole Bane shit that he was doing? I mean,
yeah, this new iteration of Dean has taken a few turns, even within when he turned October, so 4 months. It's taken a lot of different turns. It was just a thought I wanted to get out now before we get to even next week's show, whatever happens with next week's show. Just wanted to address that really briefly. What do you think about EC3?
I like him.
Yeah.
It reminds me of John Cena, like a younger John Cena, I guess.
Really? In what way?
Like, just like dude's ripped up like John Cena. That might be the only reason.
Because he's ripped up. I feel you. You know how like we're like big, strong, burly, masculine pieces of meat?
Yeah.
But like we also are like mad, graceful, big, burly, masculine pieces of meat.
Like a tiptoe.
Yeah, right? I could plie, you know what I'm saying? EC3 just seems so clunky to me.
I wasn't. I mean, I kind of agree with you. I've only seen him in a couple matches, but whenever you were about to say that, I was actually thinking the same word.
Yeah,
clunky.
There's something kind of clunky. I didn't see too much of his Impact run. Apparently, he was beloved in Impact for what he was doing there. I didn't see too much of his Impact run, so I wasn't
see
even.
Any of it.
Yeah, I didn't see. Right, I shouldn't say. Yeah, I saw part of the last night when he got fired. I guess it was the Feaster fired. They've had like an inside joke. Oh, he's getting fired. Like they were basically saying he's leaving. He's getting fired. But so when he came into NXT and he got the ovation he did, I mean, it was cool to see the ovation, but I kind of didn't. I wasn't really looking forward to it. What did he? And I'm trying to remember what he did on NXT. He had Velveteen Dream's worst takeover match. I say that like it was a bad match. It wasn't a bad match. It was not a bad match. It was just the Dream's worst. It was more about the personality than it was the actual in-ring aspect of it. But he didn't really do too much on NXT.
No, he only had a couple. I mean, from what I've seen, and like I said, I'm trying to think. I get caught up on NXT right before every single takeover.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just binging. I always watch it, but I didn't see too many matches. Maybe like 2 or 3.
None that really stood out.
No, it didn't.
None that really stood out.
We still don't even know where all these call-ups are even going to. They haven't even really addressed any of that shit.
Not really. EC3 seems to have a few going with Dean Ambrose. So I guess he might be on Raw. Have we seen Lacey Evans on TV yet besides the Rumble?
SmackDown, I think.
Was Lacey Evans on SmackDown?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she was.
Okay, so I may have missed that. But hell, the fact that Charlotte seems to be going to Raw at least to try to be the Raw champion makes me. They're gonna split those two. I don't see them being on the same brand. They're two tall, blonde alpha females. They got to be split up. Who else is there? Heavy Machinery. They've been on both shows. With still no sign of Lars Sullivan.
What the fuck is going on with that?
I'm not sure. I know he had the reports of the anxiety issues. He still hasn't been on television yet.
Is he afraid of the big show, the big stage?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't call it because he was in line for a big push, man. They were promoting him before they even mentioned the other call ups, so they clearly had something in mind for him. Nikki Cross, who lost to Ruby Riott, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I figure she should be on SmackDown with Sanity, but that makes too much sense. So, who knows?
Fuck, I haven't even seen Sanity in a while.
Yeah, Sanity ain't seen Sanity. So, but yeah, man, as we tiptoe into Elimination Chamber, these are our updated numbers. Big Ring, you're sitting at 52 out of 84 matches predicted for a solid 61.9%. Your boy Juve at 55 out of 84 for 65.47%. I'm looking at what we got here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. 7 matches.
They'll throw in a couple extra.
Yeah, I can imagine some kickoff show stuff that hasn't been announced yet.
One of the kickoff show matches supposedly is the Cruiserweight, like it always is, and then I bet we get. I don't know. No rematches.
No rematches. So like whatever stuff they might do with the U.S. title, it's not a rematch.
The tag titles
and the Raw tag titles.
Yeah.
I was texting you during that match. That crowd was trash.
Yeah.
For the whole Raw.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to that town for a couple years.
No, I gotta
Not even a
commend.
house show.
For one, I've shouted from the rooftops how much I like the Revival. So I'm happy to see them finally get a run with the titles. AEW be damned. Gable and Rude, they really toward the second half of the match, because the crowd was dead, and they put them in the dead spot, that 10 o'clock hour spot, where nothing happens because they're waiting for the main event. They're waiting for the closing angle. they put him in that spot, right? But they really brought the crowd into the match. Well, as best as they could. They got a weak ass "This is awesome" chant. They got a weak "This is awesome" chant. Like the people who wanted to be there because they enjoy the product, they were into it. But for one, I'm really glad to see the Revival getting a run. I don't know who they're going to defend against after they get done with Gable and Rude, but I'm really glad to see them. And that was actually like I said, it turned into a really good match on Raw. So shout out to the Revival, shout out to Gable and Rude.
I enjoyed it as well, and like I said, I think you put me on the Revival, and it's finally, motherfuckers get a shot.
Big fan of the top guys. So let's jump into the Elimination Chamber. Of the 7 matches, man, there's only one that I haven't decided yet. I haven't got a decision on. How you feel? You feel confident in your? Before we get into your picks, you feel confident about your picks?
Never do.
That's the kind of transparency that the people love, man.
I mean, there's a couple of them that I'm like, hell fucking yeah, you'd be dumb not to pick that person.
Right, of
but
course.
There's some that's just like, with everything going on right now, with contracts being up and shit soon, it's getting tougher and tougher to call these matches and how they want to go with them.
I hear you. Let's get into the one I haven't chosen yet. Why not? We've got LeBron Strowman versus LeBaron Corbin. What you think about him?
How many haven't you picked?
Say what?
How many haven't you picked?
This is the only one I haven't picked.
Okay. I mean,
I haven't picked this. I figured we'd get it out of the way. Do you remember? Well, I shouldn't say do you remember. Did you ever watch any TNA?
No.
Well, there was a guy. I watched TNA very briefly when it first got to Fox Sports Net. This was 2004, 2005. I would get home from school, hop off the bus, and about 3:30 or so, 4 o'clock or so on Fox Sports, TNA would be on TV. This is when TNA first got Jeff Hardy back in like 04, 05, when they were about to go to their monthly pay-per-view run. Jeff Jarrett was the champion. They were building up to a Jeff Jarrett, Jeff Hardy, whatever. Anyway, there was a guy named Monty Brown. Monty Brown was big, strong, strapping black male. He was solid in the ring, but he was so charismatic. That man was over. His finishing move was the pounce. He was a former football player. His finishing move was the pounce. And listen, when I tell you he was over, that man was over. They built up to him. They loved this dude. They built up to a match between he and Jeff Jarrett for the TNA World title. Like, the writing was so on the wall, it made so much sense. Monty Brown was definitely going to be the champion. And Monty Brown lost.
Business for you.
And it didn't make sense. And Monty Brown never got that momentum back before he ended up finally leaving the wrestling business. And actually, he joined WWE later on in the ECW revival. His name was Marcus Corvon, if you ever want to look him up in the ECW revival. But he was over, red hot in TNA. He lost that match, and he never got that momentum back.
It's got to be a fucking bummer.
Yeah. That is how I feel about Braun Strowman right now.
I mean, dude, they've been fucking him around for forever, but I feel like the storylines that they're working on are from like I feel like they've had these storylines planned for like 3 fucking years, and they're just not changing it. They're just going with it regardless of how things are going right now. Like, fuck whatever's going, we're sticking to the story.
I don't get... Baron Corbin isn't interesting.
No.
And Braun Strowman, who's lost like all momentum he's had, has been paired with Baron Corbin. And I get it, they've been telling this story since before Survivor Series, but like, damn. Yeah,
I mean, like, and I do kind of feel bad for Baron Corbin because whenever all this shit was going on, like when the Raw ratings were slipping like a motherfucker,
yeah,
and then Stephanie and the whole McMahon family comes back on TV, and they run with that story like it wasn't their fault, and they put all the blame on Baron Corbin.
and it made him the scapegoat, right?
Yeah, fuck that shit. That's so fucking lame.
That was lame.
And, like, they're still doing that shit right now. I mean, like, with the Revival and everything, like, the tag team division and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've been telling them that this shit is fucking whack. And now they're acting like, oh, we didn't understand. We didn't know. But they knew.
He said, but they knew. I swear they did. I get it. They got to finish with this story, and I do believe this will be the blow off to the story. I feel like they're building something between Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre into an eventual true collision between those two.
But neither of those guys should lose.
Neither what?
Neither of those guys should lose, though.
Neither one can really afford it, right?
Yeah.
Neither one can really afford it. And not in the good way. In the sense that it's two bulls about to fight. Braun Strowman can't afford it because what has Braun Strowman been doing the last couple months? Drew McIntyre can't afford it because he's on the way up, right? That 6-man tag that they had on Raw, Drew McIntyre was the only interesting guy as far as the heels go.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, that's why I haven't been able to decide yet. I think we're going to end up with Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre, but I'm not sure if Drew costs Braun the match against Baron Corbin, or if Baron Corbin makes it happen. Or did I say that right? Yeah, if Drew costs Braun the match against Baron Corbin, or if Braun gets Baron Corbin up out of there to transition. I also see maybe he doesn't factor into the match on Sunday, but Kurt Angle is involved in this story somehow with Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. I really hope we don't see like a Kurt Angle Baron Corbin pay-per-view match. Yeah, tag match. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would actually be the safest move, considering WrestleMania is the next pay-per-view after Fastlane.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fucking see it.
But damn, if I see Kurt Angle or Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin at WrestleMania, I mean, throw that shit in rice, man. 205. That's kickoff show.
The suplexes have been pretty weak.
Look, man, Kurt.
That Angle's been thrown.
Yeah.
They were pretty dangerous.
It's looking rough, man. We saw the Crown Jewel tag match that I tried to forget. So, how do you see this going?
I'm picking Braun, just because I mean he's got to win.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotta.
I hear you.
And I mean, fuck, I didn't even know that they were fighting until today.
Yeah, it felt a little incomplete. I didn't, and actually, I didn't know either, and so I had to make sure I looked at the card. Logic tells me Braun wins to truly blow it off, but logic also tells me that Drew McIntyre gets involved and costs him the win, and then like they do Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin again the next night.
I mean, that seems like the WWE logic that's been going on for the past couple months now. So.
Yeah. Or, hell, bud. Maybe Braun Strowman does get Baron Corbin up out of there on Sunday, and then they do the rematch the next night just cause, and then that's when Drew McIntyre truly gets involved.
But to not even have Drew on the pay-per-view at all, I could see him getting involved on Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's tough. This is as low as a match this is. It's tough.
It is, and you creeping up on me, man. So every number counts. Everything counts. Creepy. It all counts. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that, man. I'm gonna say Braun Strowman takes it Sunday, and then we get the rematch on Monday, just cause lazy. So yeah, we welcome with Braun Strowman, taking Braun Strowman. We starting strong, man.
Yeah, the viewers are gonna, the listeners are gonna love this.
It's already started. I have a feeling I think we've got a couple chances of us not of it going a different way as far as some of these next matches go. But hell, we'll see, bud. I don't think this will be one of them. But for the Cruiserweight title, the Cruiserweight Championship, we've got the Juggernaut Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa. How you see this one going? Murphy's Law.
That's fucking so sick, the move.
Yeah, that move is fire. You know, with this card being so small, I could see this getting some main show love.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking this is gonna be on the pre-show again.
It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
Where is this pay-per-view at this weekend?
It is in, I want to say, Houston.
Yep, you're right.
Is it in Houston? Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, what more can we say? I mean, Buddy Murphy's been on fire. He's as far as the championship goes. Like I said, I still think once Ricochet finishes up in NXT that he'll be going to 205 Live, and maybe you'll see some new competition. I don't know. I can't call it.
205?
You said what?
Think he's gonna go 205?
Yeah, I spoke on a little bit on the last episode that maybe Ricochet ends up going to 205 Live, maybe after WrestleMania.
Damn.
I think Buddy holds it for a while.
I mean, I can't say damn like that's bad because I've never watched an episode of 205, so yeah.
I've seen a couple. Absolutely, but I think he holds the title going into WrestleMania to kind of put the cherry on top. I don't know if he loses there or not, but I think he holds it at least going into WrestleMania. So, Budrick Murphy. Say what?
I agree. I don't know. I could see him losing at Mania, but it'd have to be it'd have to be somebody good. I mean, they're all fucking good. Like I said, I haven't watched too much 205. I'm slacking. I know.
Slack is heavy. It's all good. All good. For the Intercontinental title, it's a handicap match. Finn Balor versus Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley. Why ain't they gave my boy a mic in a while, man? I feel like he ain't got to drop bars like he'd been.
Dude, yeah, he hasn't. I mean, because probably he ignored the fuck out of everybody.
He was doing his job, man.
Yeah, no, he's. I mean, and me being annoyed by him is him actually doing a good job. That's what.
Hey, Lio Rush is nice on the mic, man. I'm not mad.
Oh, he is.
He is.
I didn't even pick this one yet, so.
No?
I'm gonna let you go first.
Well, I see this. I can see this going two ways, right? Let's say Finn Balor wins, but let's say he pins Lio Rush. To where, again, no rematches. You know what I'm saying? No rematches. But it gives Bobby Lashley a reason to say, hey, I didn't lose my title.
Yeah.
Or
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Or it's a handicap match and one man typically shouldn't beat two. And so
It's Finn, though.
It's Finn. So maybe they use this as a way to extend the feud, and maybe we get like Finn versus Leo at Fastlane, and then Finn finally gets his WrestleMania moment for the Intercontinental title. Maybe.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I was just thinking too. There would be no reason for Finn to come out as the demon.
No.
Hey,
No.
So,
I feel like because he is the demon, like I feel like the Intercontinental title is a bit of a demotion. Like, Like I don't know. That's just my personal preference. But anyway, no, keep going.
I mean, yeah. No, like I didn't even know. I knew that Bobby and Finn had a match this weekend, but I didn't know it was a handicap match until like 3 hours ago.
Yes, sir. Handicap match. They announced on Monday handicap match for the Intercontinental title. So I didn't relay my pick. I relayed a couple scenarios. But how do you see it going?
I mean, Finn's a bad motherfucker.
Shut your mouth. Yep.
I think he's better than both of them. Yeah, so I'm going with Finn, man. Fuck it.
Going out on a ledge, we got a new Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. I am going to go with Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. I think the 201 advantage. Finn gets close, but gets screwed somehow. I think Finn and Leo gave us a little taste of what they can do, and then we get to see a little bit more just to prolong the feud. Maybe Finn has to beat Leo in some kind of match to get another opportunity. I think we're gonna see I think we're gonna see a Finn Balor Intercontinental Championship reign here soon. Like I said, maybe they try to stretch it till Mania. I know it's another 2 months, but as far as this Sunday, I'm going with Bobby Lashley extending the reign just a little bit. The Intercontinental title has moved around a lot. I mean, Dean Ambrose had it for maybe a month, not even a full month. Bobby hasn't defended it since he won it. He hasn't defended it on television. So give it a little bit of stability, at least for the next couple months before Finn eventually relieves him of that title. I say we see a title retention. Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush over Finn Balor. Let's go with the Raw Women's Championship. Let's be honest, man. They really why did they even book this match?
I mean that's one of the reasons like I'm not excited about this shit. Like I'm excited about it, but like they're just throwing shit together, like trying to get. I mean, I don't know, like I don't know.
I should have phrased the question better. I should have said what I should have said is how can the WWE create a match that will create enough drama, at least for a second, to make us believe Ruby Riott might win this match. Maybe I should have said it that way.
And the Riott Squad in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Riott Squad has proven to be like the most ineffective 3-person group since who? I mean, hell.
3MB?
Facts. I mean, hell, yeah. Yeah, yup.
You know I love my man Heath.
You know what I'm saying? He's got kids. Facts. So, I mean, yeah, they've been rather ineffective, but I mean, and I know they gave Ruby Riott the build-up win over Nikki Cross. I feel like that was a bad spot to put Nikki Cross in, but
yeah, it's fresh.
Yeah, the story behind Ronda Rousey, and they've made no effort to hide that it's about Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda, to where Ruby Riott has been a complete afterthought in this entire build-up. I'm not even sure how she earned the opportunity.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
So,
I don't think anybody knows. It's a mystery.
Yeah. So I guess the main thing to talk about, Charlotte Flair is going to be at Elimination Chamber, in the front row, watching and stuff. What did you think? How'd you feel? We knew it was coming. We hypothesized it was coming. Charlotte Flair got her. She is officially playing the part of Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 20. She has been added to the Triple Threat match. How'd you take that news, man?
It's not even a triple threat match, bro. Fucking.
You right. Becky is suspended until 5 days after Mania. But go ahead. You right. My bad.
I mean, fuck all that shit, dude. That's fucking. It's fucking awful. Like it's and this goes back to whenever the McMahons first came back. So we're gonna give the fans what they want. Where are the fans? Talking all that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't believe him for a fucking second.
I hear you.
Because they're snakes. Fucking slithery, preschool snakes.
Snakes. Slithery, greasy snakes. Now, my question to you is, especially based off of what you said, the fact that you're a little tight about it, does that mean that they are telling the story right?
I mean, if Becky gets involved in the triple threat match, hell yeah. If she's in it, hell yeah, it's okay. But, still don't mean she's going to win it. Which I would rather see a one-on-one women's title match.
I hear you.
Than a triple threat, because it's an easy way out for one person, the person that doesn't get pinned, really.
The only way that this story can come to fruition is if Becky wins.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Like I said, she's Chris Benoit, Charlotte is Shawn Michaels, and Ronda Rousey is Triple H. I know we want to see Becky Ronda, and maybe we see it in like a one-on-one, maybe after Mania or something like that. If they're going to do this, Becky has to win.
It won't mean as much, though, if we see it after Mania.
You don't think so?
I
kind of agree with you, actually, but yeah, go ahead.
If Ronda if Charlotte wins at Mania and then Becky and Ronda have a match after Mania, that doesn't mean fuck.
Not as much. I feel you. Not as much. And that's why, and I think that's...
And WWF is going to realize they shot themselves... WWE is going to realize they shot themselves in the fucking foot once the reaction they get from that singles match.
I hear you. And like I said, and that's kind of why Becky would have to win this triple threat match to show... I mean, the people want Becky, right? The people want Becky.
Are we talking about Elimination Chamber, or are we talking about Mania?
We're talking about the new story that's unfolding around the Raw Women's Championship. We both are choosing Ronda Rousey, right? We both picked Ronda Rousey.
I mean, you don't know that. Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Ruby Riott with the fluke, with the surprise victory. So I mean, yeah, clearly it's Ronda, Charlotte, and eventually Becky going to WrestleMania.
They're really fucking themselves though, because I mean with this suspension.
Why do you say that?
I mean it's not real.
What do you mean?
I mean she's obviously going to be in the match at Mania.
Well, okay, so I mean it's not real. Well, yeah, but I mean like you got the 10-year-old watching like, man, fuck that. They took Becky out.
Fuck that! I'm a 29-year-old watching that.
Well, yeah, I mean that's us. We've been around the block enough times to know better. We know better. So the question to you is, how do they get Becky back into that match? How does Becky make it wet?
I mean, she just bulldogs her way and keeps coming back on TV, even though she's suspended. Fuck, they might have to arrest her ass like they arrested Stone Cold back in the day.
She come out with
would that be?
She come out with a couple of Heinekens, just
bring the computer chair out and roll down the fucking ramp. Well, it's not a ramp anymore.
No, it's not. True. Bring out a beer truck of old duels. So
I don't really know how they're going to
bring her back.
Yeah,
I've got an idea.
Let's hear it.
I've got an idea, at least of a great way to start. I've got one idea. So, somebody's got a birthday coming up.
I do in August. Fucking with you.
even sooner. In about 2 weeks or so. There's going to be a birthday celebration for the one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Ricky Flair.
And I can totally see, and I'm excited talking about it. I'm excited thinking about it. Coming in there and messing it up somehow. I can totally see it.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm kind of amped. They went out of their way to promote it weeks in advance, right?
Because normally it's just like the week before.
They might have did like a week
say
before.
anything.
Yeah, right. But they've been promoting it 3 and 4 weeks in advance. Not that we knew, that Becky was going to get suspended, but what better way to piss off the McMahon family, to piss off Charlotte, than to get and Rick is down. Rick is so down.
Yeah. Rick just wants to be seen.
Yeah, Rick the man, Rick the performer is so down. So what better way to cause a ruckus, to cause a scene, than to get involved and blow the candles out on Ric Flair's birthday cake?
That sounds pretty fucking good.
I'm kind of amped for it.
And I hope it happens because I think I'm more excited for the people that aren't even thinking about it.
Yeah. I'm kind of geeked for it, man. So we got a couple weeks because that's not the it's the show after the Elimination Chamber show, so another week plus. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Long story short, Ronda Rousey over Ruby Riott.
Oh yeah, big time. You're crazy if you think it's the other way.
Big time. For the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, we've got the Usos versus Miz O'Mac, Shane O'Miz, The Miz, and Shane McMahon. But
this is for me.
This is what?
This was kind of a tough one for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta say, boy, I tell you what.
What?
That segment of McMiz TV, listen, man, the Usos are special, man.
They've been special.
The Usos are special.
Protect the Usos at all costs.
Protect the Usos at all costs. They went from humorous to pissed off, and it all made sense. Did you catch when Miz asked Shane, he said, "What's my favorite food?" He said, "Quiche." And Jimmy was like, "We ain't talking about my daddy Quiche. We ain't talking about Randy Rose. We ain't talking about my daddy Quiche." I'm like, yo, that was so slick. That was so fire to me. It was the little things.
Yeah.
Bro, they hadn't done a lot to make me care besides it just being the Usos involved. But that segment right there built it up so well. So well. I'm a lot more excited for this match right here.
I was excited for the match, and like this was one of the matches that I was excited for.
Yeah.
It's fucking The Miz is always great, and Shane's cool. That's about
Shane's cool.
But the Usos,
man,
the Usos,
they're
something special.
You see them T-shirts I had on? It was fire. What's up, Oos?
Go get one?
I don't know, man. I don't really be
I
having.
see you rocking T-shirts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I don't really be having other men's faces on my shirt. So, but it was fire though. That was fire.
How many Stone Cold shirts I got?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I got my.
I still wear them shit.
I got my Bender sweatshirt that I wear to special events, but that's a pop culture icon. It's a little different.
And that is nothing but a face.
It's just a face. Show Dick some respect. Oh my god!
Man. See, like, yeah, I've got my pick.
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to think of like in the long run.
Right.
Fuck it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and rip it.
You want to do it on 3?
Yeah, we do it 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Do it on 1.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Miz
Usos.
McMahon. Okay. You going with the Usos?
I'm going with the Usos.
Okay. So, why the Usos?
It's gonna happen. Shane versus Miz.
Yeah.
Perfect time to build it up. You've got 8 weeks.
Let them lose the title to a real tag team. Since that's the crux, the basis of this feud is, and I suppose the basis of any Miz and McMahon feud, no matter how long, the crux of it is going to be, we're a real tag team, you're not. So yeah, but keep going.
Got 8 weeks to build it. Usos will defend their tag champs multiple times before then. There'll be some close calls because the Miz tried to get involved. I don't think Shane would try to get involved, but even on Sunday when Shane and Miz lose, it's going to be a fight, an internal fight between the two because somebody will do something, and it'll most likely be on Shane.
Okay.
The Miz is going to be pissed because Shane didn't do something just like this past Tuesday, whenever they were doing their little promo or whatever, and Shane was like, "Why are you telling everybody all this?" Because they're fans.
Yeah.
And
so don't tell anyone but family. Yeah.
Shane's going to get fed up with that shit, and then Shane's going to turn on Miz. That's what I think.
You still think Shane's turning on Miz? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Or I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe Miz understands, and he's playing the card like, fuck, I'm going to turn on him before he turns on me. Like, he's thinking he gets crazy or something. I don't know.
Like I said, I still see the same story. It's going to be, Miz will be justified when he turns on Shane. Miz has been the better teammate. Even when they won the titles, he pushed Shane out of the way of that bro kick, and then Shane hit that shooting McMahon press. Like I said, the story's been building since Crown Jewel. Shane been doing the most. He been doing the most.
Best in the world.
Right. Shane been doing the most. I mean, yeah, this could be a good launching point for their eventual breakup. Maybe they lose the titles and they don't get a rematch or anything. They won't get a rematch or anything. But
no, that's out of the question now.
That's out of the question. That's ridiculous to think that they would get a rematch because we don't do rematches anymore. It's ridiculous. But to me, you know what? I mean, they did just give the Revival the tag titles in an effort to try to keep the Revival and put a renewed focus on the tag team division. I know the Usos' contracts are ending in April, so that's a thought. But I also think that might be a reason for them not to put the titles on the Usos because A, their contracts are coming up soon, but B, it almost seems too soon for another Usos reign.
Think so?
I mean, the Bar had it for a while. New Day had it very briefly. Bludgeon Brothers had it. The Usos were the champions this time a year ago. So yeah, it's been a year, but I feel like there hasn't been any. Not to say there hasn't been any growth in the Usos. Because their promo work is always fire. They are who they are.
I don't think they really need to grow too much.
And that's why I hesitated. Yeah, that's why I hesitated.
But they're fucking fine right where they're at.
They are. I just don't think we've seen any.
They're doing a whole lot better than the New Day as of growth. I think right now.
Absolutely.
Because the New Day, they don't really have matches anymore. It doesn't seem like. If they do, they're real quick.
Yeah.
And they don't end up in the New Day's favor.
Right. Yeah, they had the what was it that were they eliminated first in the elimination tag match?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
heavy machinery.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, like I said, the renewed focus on the tag division, I mean, it's getting there. It can't be built overnight. Something tells me it's a little too soon for another Usos reign, even though I'm all for it. But I think, soon, you know what? If anything, maybe they lose the tag titles on a SmackDown, and then they start the build to WrestleMania somehow. But I think it's a little too soon. I think Miz and McMahon somehow squeak another one out over the best tag team on SmackDown.
And I mean, how many times do you think fucking Shane can go coast to coast and doing all this outrageous, unnecessary shit that he's been doing?
Man, I don't know, man. He got to stretch. He got to stretch a little more because he be going coast to coast, but he only lands in Colorado. He don't quite make it to L.A.
No, I mean they put the trash can. They
right
Nevada,
to cover it up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
The trash can is Reno, Nevada, and then bingo.
right. He don't quite make it to L.A., man. Oh man, what a time! What a time! So we are, we split on this one. We got you got the Usos. I've got Miz and McMahon. I'll get the words out even. So we got 2 matches left, man. Our 2 Elimination Chamber matches to crown the very first women's tag team champions in the Elimination Chamber. We've got Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Naomi and Carmella versus Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan versus the Iconics versus Nia Jax and Tamina. Talk me through it, dog.
This is honestly kind of one that I just picked.
The odds are crazy. Yeah, I mean 1 in 6
Yeah.
odds.
Let me get some do it fluid real quick.
Absolutely. Whatever you need.
But I mean, Sasha's hurt.
Yeah.
So who goes in first? Do we know that yet?
Yep, as of Raw and SmackDown, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville will be starting off against Sasha Banks and Bayley as they both lost their triple threat tag team matches.
Okay. Neither of them 2 are going to win.
Okay.
It's going to be a hard fought one. Sasha and Bayley, they're going to last till the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going with Nia and Tamina.
So here's my logic. We got 3 teams from Raw, 3 teams from SmackDown. And it's the very first women's tag team championship. So SmackDown clearly isn't going to win.
No.
We've got, so that takes us down to Nia and Tamina. Takes down to Sasha and Bayley, and then the Riot Squad. As I said maybe 10 to 15 minutes ago, the Riot Squad has been the most ineffective 3-person group since 3MB, as you eloquently ended that for me. So that eliminates Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. I mean, maybe they could, maybe in the surprise, but it just wouldn't make any sense, right? So that takes us down to Nia Jax and Tamina versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. I think the Sasha and Bayley win is a little too telegraphed, and I think they win the titles at WrestleMania. Sasha is hurt, and also starting the match. I 100% agree with you. They are going to last all the way till the end, but eventually they will not have enough to overcome the very first tag team champions, Nia Jax and Tamina.
So you're on the same page as me.
Nia Jax and Tamina, I believe, are going to take this home due to sheer size, due to them being like The Rock's cousins and Roman Reigns' cousins and Jimmy Snuka's daughter. Despite them not really being great in the ring, but Nia Jax is a heat magnet in the sense that, I mean, she's hard to like.
She's pretty dangerous sometimes too.
Yeah. I mean, hell, she hurt R-Truth at the Rumble.
Yeah, man. What's my guy?
Tamina's
Tamina.
She's worse in the ring, I'll be honest. Did you see their promo on Raw? Actually, they might have showed it on SmackDown. I think it was SmackDown.
I can't remember.
It was mad awkward. Like, Tamina, like, for one, Nia was talking the whole time. Tamina couldn't get a word in, but when she tried to get a word in, like, she would try to sneak in stuff, and it wasn't coming off. It just didn't come off well. I'm not sure what they do well.
See, I was wondering, like this pick, I was kind of, like, also, like, kind of on the fence about, because, I mean, they've advertised an intergender match. Have you seen that?
They advertise. Oh, really? What, Nia Jax and who?
Dean Ambrose.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew, yeah, no shit.
Ew, filth.
But, like, so, like, that was kind of, like, one thing that, like, when I was making my picks, like picking them, I definitely thought about that. But like, I mean, I guess it kind of works. Like, yeah, I'm the first women's tag team champion. You know,
Yeah.
and I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm just big and I'm dangerous and I'm wild and
Right.
I kind of suck. But
yeah. Big, I'm dangerous and wild, and I kind of suck. I think that's the logic, man. Go with Nia Jax, who is the heat magnet, who broke Becky's face, who got R-Truth up out of there. She jumped into the men's rumble, and then eventually, when Sasha and Bayley, of course, like I said, they're gonna last to the end. They're gonna give us some hope spots.
But that's all super dangerous. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You finish.
Yeah, they're gonna give us some hope spots. They're gonna get close. They're gonna give everything they got. They're gonna eventually succumb to, injuries and being in the match that long. And then eventually they tell the story of them getting redemption for the WrestleMania moment, overcoming the two giants and becoming champions at WrestleMania.
I like that. Like, and they also, like, fuck, dude, they got to be careful if Bayley and Sasha are the last two, just because injuries are on the rise. It seems like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And Banks just coming off that injury against Ronda Rousey at the Rumble, so yeah, it's you don't need no craziness going into the Mania season, man. This is WrestleMania sign pointing season.
Yeah, hey, fucking, it's coming. Like,
yeah, it's here.
Immortal.
Yeah, they've been mad mortal the last few years. So yeah, Nia Jax and Tamina, we both kind of see with the same vision. Our first women's tag team champions. We are down to the last match of the evening for the WWE Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. We've got Randall Keith versus Samoa Joe versus Kofi Kingston versus Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles versus Captain Planet Daniel Bryan.
Captain Planet.
Yeah, man. You still don't like that belt? That belt still ain't fly to you?
Hell fucking not, dude. That shit is fucking. It's not my cup of tea, that's for sure.
I feel you. I think the color scheme is kind of dope, man. I know it's wood and hemp, but it's kind of decent.
I feel like the hemp and shit, that's cool, you know. It's what we had died.
You had to do it. You had to. I get it.
But I mean, like, I don't know. It's just funny because, like, me and a bunch of the bros, we just make fun of hippies. But most of my friends, I would consider some of y'all some straight up fucking hippies. Y'all don't look like it, but yeah, some of y'all are some straight up fucking hippies and fucking looks. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's different. It's I'll give it that. It's different.
I can accept that.
Belt.
It's different. I can roll. Talk me through it, man. That gauntlet match, man. That was a hell of a showing for Kofi Kingston with replacing Mustafa Ali. I hate to rant on the. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I'm bummed about that.
Yeah. It was cool to see some new blood. But as far as the Kofi Kingston story, I mean, Kofi, like he told AJ Styles, man, he waited too long for this.
Like, he wasn't going, and you got to give him that. Even if you don't like the motherfucker, and you still say, "Oh fuck that," you are fucking foul, because he went out and fucking did it. He
did, man, for that whole hour, man. Kofi, look, Kofi been around since 08, 09, 07 maybe. He's put in that work, man.
He deserves it. He deserves a shot like this.
Yeah, and it was a good look. I hate to rain on the parade a little bit because a lot of me thinks that run was meant for Mustafa Ali in the gauntlet match.
Yeah.
They would have given that look to Ali. But as far as the Kofi Kingston story itself, I mean, that's a great look, and that's a great look for Kofi. And like I said, when he told AJ, "Look, man, I've been waiting too long for this." I ain't mad at him, man. I ain't mad. Do you think this leads to some kind of bigger push for Kofi Kingston. I think I'm going to give a slight spoiler alert in the sense that neither one of us believes that Kofi Kingston is going to win this match. But maybe a push toward Mania, a push after Mania. Do you think, the way that it was for Seth Rollins, do you think we're on the way to something bigger for Kofi Kingston?
I could definitely see it.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, like, especially because, like, the New Day's really not up to much right now except for, like, throwing pancakes and shit like that.
Right.
Which I'm cool with, you know?
Yeah.
Some pancakes, but...
I hear you.
I
need a little bit more from New Day, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and it would be perfect. I mean, you've always been talking about that Freebird title reign shit.
Yeah, very true.
So, I mean, this could be a stepping stone towards that, I guess.
Toward that, yeah. And even if it's not toward the WWE title, I mean, like I said, R-Truth, he's got the belt now, and he's building some kind of reign. I'm not sure. I don't expect him to keep it long, but I mean, I guess it is kind of hard to predict that kind of thing. But I mean, a New Day U.S. title reign, that sounds. Then I don't want to sell New Day short. Like, that's the only belt Kofi hasn't won, and Xavier Woods has been on record saying like his reason for starting New Day is to get Kofi Kingston the WWF title. Like, that's the goal in Xavier Woods' eyes for New Day.
That's what's up.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was his goal. That's the respect he has for Kofi, to eventually get him a WWF title reign. So I mean, hey, I don't know. Talk me a little through it. Talk me through it a little bit more, man. How you see this going?
Who's the first entrant? Daniel Bryan?
I don't think we know that. I think the gauntlet match was just to determine who was going to be the last entrant, which I believe was Randall Keith.
Yeah, that was. See, like, dude, that made the whole gauntlet match pointless.
You think so?
Well, I mean, yeah, like, I don't know, with the way he came in and everything. I mean, yeah, it is a gauntlet match. I guess you could come in whatever the fuck you want to, but, like, it was just like. I mean, it was RKO out of fucking nowhere.
I think it was good for him. I mean, it's a testament to Randall.
But yeah, I mean, he's the last one in. Okay, so I don't know. This one wasn't really. I'm going with Daniel Bryan on this one. And I feel like he's gonna play it safe most of the time. Like, he'll fucking climb up on top of one of the pods or something.
Yeah. And
try to be safe, because, I mean, on SmackDown he said he didn't want to be in the match.
Right. Yeah, true.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, these big 6-person matches or whatever, or 4-person matches, I don't know, anytime there's more than one person in the match, it just makes there's just another element to how tough it's going to be to call the match and be able to actually figure out what the fuck's going on before the match itself.
I hear you.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of in the air. How about you? What do you think? I don't know.
Do we still have concerns about Daniel Bryan's health?
I mean, as of right now, it looks like that's out of the fucking. That's gone.
I mean, yeah, he's in the chamber. You know what I mean? Because I know, like, just thinking of this, and we talked about the character arc of Daniel Bryan since he came back. I mean, they didn't put him in the ladder match, the Money in the Bank ladder match. I think they were kind of just reinforcing the idea that he's been gone for a while, so he's trying to get his groove back. But also, I think there was an aspect of the behind the scenes of just being nervous about putting him in that match. But he's in the fucking Elimination Chamber match. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the most brutal matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though they've reinforced the mats, you know what I'm saying? It's not really the grate anymore. It's the mat.
They do look a bit bouncy as
play. Yeah. So I think they've reinforced it that way. But I mean, hell, bud.
Hell, mister.
I like that. It's kind of fire. Are you going with Daniel Bryan or are you still in there?
I'm going with Daniel Bryan, yes.
I am also going with Daniel Bryan. It's Daniel Bryan just got some new muscle in Eric Rowan, and he just got a new belt.
Ain't no way.
There ain't no way to go through all that trouble to make it. There ain't no way he's about to lose it so soon. The question is, though, and again, it's too soon to tell, but who do they build up enough? Because I think we both assume Daniel Bryan takes it to WrestleMania, right?
Correct.
Who do they build up enough? And I only have one idea, but who do they build up enough to take on Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania for the title? Do we get a multi-man match? Do we get a one-on-one match? Like, how do you see this going?
Well, I mean, we're already going to have a multi-woman match for the women's title.
Very true.
And fuck, I mean, as of right now, Lesnar and Rollins, I mean...
Which I think stays that way.
Yeah, I think it'll stay that way, but Rollins is hurt right now, too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think it'll have to be a singles match, and I'm going to go with Joe.
Really? Well, like a babyface turn for Joe?
And see, that's another factor of it, too, that I can't see Joe turning babyface. No fucking way.
Right.
But I can't see them doing Styles again.
No, yeah,
Can
definitely
you?
not.
I mean, fuck,
Definitely
I
not.
And then even I mean, Randy Orton, he's a fucking heel too.
And I kind of think we get Styles Orton for some reason. Like we haven't gotten a true Styles Orton feud. I think maybe we see them, and I think the seeds get planted here, and eventually I think that happens maybe at Mania.
So what are you thinking?
I have one idea. Now, I had this guy pinned in a match for Mania against someone else, but, of course, you can't be in two places at once unless you're on both Raw and SmackDown. That was my clever way of saying that the only person I can think of right now to take on Daniel Bryan for the WWF title, and I said F again, I had him at first taking on Drew McIntyre, and I kind of still see it, but Drew McIntyre is tied up in some things. What about one John Cena?
Anything's possible at WrestleMania. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's the only thing I can think of right now. I feel like no one else is strong enough.
Back, though.
Yeah.
You gotta build it.
I still think he gets number 17 eventually. I think he passes Ric Flair eventually. I mean, what better way to do it at a Mania?
And I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see John. I don't know, with the way Daniel Bryan is right now, how he's all fucking Captain America and shit.
Yeah.
John Cena's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like John Cena's kind of like Captain America, also, or like Captain Humanity.
He's
or something.
John Cena's Captain America. John Cena's Captain America, but Daniel Bryan's Captain Planet. Like John Cena is like an all-American babyface hero, face ass superhero face, but Daniel Bryan's Captain Planet. You know what I mean? He's all about the planet. He'll grab him. Maybe he'll grab another Planeteer. Maybe Luke Harper does come back, and he's.
I hope that's not what they do with Luke.
Yeah, no. Like maybe Eric Rowan is fire, and Luke Harper is earth, and he'll get like 3 more Planeteers and just get it cracking.
Still haven't seen Bray.
We have not seen Bray. He'd be like water because he needs a shower.
Captain Mud.
Yeah.
Captain Grease.
Yeah, I like it. Captain Grease. But yeah, pure speculation, man. I think he plays it safe somehow, as to not aggravate any potential injuries. But yeah, I think Daniel Bryan comes out. Like I said, he just got a new belt. He just got a new muscle. It's too soon to negate all of that work they've done. So I see him taking it into WrestleMania as well. Maybe they do a multi-man match, kind of like I see Asuka. Maybe SmackDown gets the short end of the stick, it being WrestleMania, and I don't know.
There's so many people that aren't even involved with this pay-per-view that it's just like, once we've actually talked about this whole pay per view like we just did, it just made me realize that there's so many people that's not even involved in this pay per view.
Yeah.
And
like New Day wouldn't have been involved. No Drew McIntyre.
Asuka.
No Asuka, no Rusev, no Shinsuke.
It's 5 right there.
Yeah, of course, no R-Truth with what they've been involved in. We haven't seen Shelton Benjamin since the 90s.
I mean,
maybe he's working on that tag team with Apollo Crews. I don't know. Maybe that's who the Revival goes against next. The newly formed team of Michael Cole. Just call them both Apollo Crews. He don't know the difference.
That's Apollo and that's Cruz, or Apollo Cruz.
Yeah, right. Right. Jeez. So, yeah, I don't know. We are definitely sorting it out, though, on the road to WrestleMania sign-pointing season. How you feel about the show now? How you feel about the show as we've broken it down?
Who'd you pick for the last match?
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. But, I mean, hell, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited about it.
Grew a little bit more excitement.
I mean, I'm always a bit more excited. After we give it a rundown, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just missing something. I mean, fuck, maybe something will just completely blow up and just be fucking nuts. There's always a chance for that.
Love shit blowing up.
I mean, not like actual things, but I hope nothing blows up. But I mean, hell, it would be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool. They only keep the pyro for WrestleMania, man. They shit blowing up.
I hope we see some Pyromania this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely getting Pyromania. It's the granddaddy of them all. Showcase of the Immortals.
I'm looking forward to it more. I mean, fuck, it's only like every couple of Sundays we get a pay-per-view, so I'm always looking.
And it is the chamber. It is the chamber too.
It's gonna be gnarly.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. I'm looking over the card. I think the one I'm looking forward to the most, and I'll ask you the same. I think the one I'm looking forward to the most is the SmackDown Tag Team title match, the Usos versus Shane McMahon and The Miz. That one segment was enough to really take me there. Like, I believed the Usos. Yeah, I believe everything the Usos said. Like, y'all not a real tag team. This is my brother right here. Like,
let's do the tag team test.
Yeah. And then the dual super kicks at the end. Yeah. Like, it's enough. And you heard the crowd. They were cheering for the Usos.
Oh, yeah.
They believe in the Usos, too. So, it's going to hurt my feelings when Miz and McMahon hold on to the titles. But, hey.
You never know.
This is true. Which match are you looking forward to the most?
Same one.
Yeah.
That's exactly that's one I'm looking forward to the most. Yeah. Even though, like, Braun's my favorite out there right now. But this is going to be the most entertaining match, I think.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. And then maybe the chamber match for the WWF. I said WWF maybe 4 times. That tells you what era I'm from. Say that again.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, that tells you what era I'm from.
World Wildlife Federation.
Yeah,
fuckers.
Man. Fucking pandas. But yeah, man, looking forward to that too.
I love pandas.
With Panda Express.
Double meat.
No doubt. No doubt, man. Any final thoughts on the Elimination Chamber? I think we've wrapped it up pretty well.
I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I'm going to enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to it more than I was looking forward to it at the start of the show.
Absolutely. Part of the reason we do it, man. Absolutely. Big Ren, man. Let the people know how they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
All right.
Word.
Let's do. You can find me on Instagram at amoffucka. You can find me on Snapchat at moffedup316. You can find me on Twitter at King Moff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit me on Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Hit me on the Instagrams at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check out the crack Twitter staff. They'll hit you with the live Twitter coverage on Sunday of Elimination Chamber. That's Mixcloud Juvie. Hit you with all the predictions, you with the live coverage, the witty witticisms and the whatnot, the heretofore, and the things of that nature. And once more, yes, sir. That's what they get. They got it all, man. They good for it all. As well, the newly unveiled YouTube channel, the entire archive of the hard camera is up there. Let them joints play. Juvie Desayuno is the name of the channel. Go and check that out, man.
I searched for it, and all I searched for was the hard camera, and it was the first thing that popped up.
There it goes, man. Go search the hard camera on YouTube. You get the entire archive. All now 28 episodes up on YouTube. Say what?
Really not that hard to find.
Not that hard to find at all. If you know how to spell, you should find us pretty well.
I mean, hell.
Hell, bud.
I mean, hell, mister.
No doubt, man.
Hey, mister.
Yo, I'm your guy, Juve. Sitting here with my tag team partner, Big Ren, the Legendary. Together, we are Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. We'll see y'all next week.
Adios, amigos.
Salute.